Yo! Yo! Oh wait, I gotta fix. Hold on. What is up, chat? What's up, Moot? Yo, who's here? Who's here? What's up? I should probably do this. Mm-hmm. All right, yo, we got some Hollow Knight music today. Hope y'all can hear that. You did? No, you can hear me. Hello? Hello? Testing, testing. Hello, 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 hello. I'm good. Okay, yeah. Damn. Music too low? All right, word, word. Let me. How's that? Y'all hear music? You're so in chaos. Still very low? Dang. Okay, hold on. How's that? Okay. Can you hear? Can you hear? I know it's low, but it's not supposed to be really high. Obviously. A little more. What about that? That. Still barely audible? Hold on. What? Hold on. Hold on. No, that's fine. What? Yeah, that's totally fine. What? Move. What do you have your volume at? Is it like a 3? What is going on? That music, it might even be a little too loud. I'm gonna lower it very slightly. Alright. Alright, what is up, chat? Moop. Caleb, what's up? Owen, what is up? Whoo! We are back, y'all. We are back with episode 3, the New England Melee mini podcast. What's up? What's up? What's up? Bunch of things to talk about this week. But how is everybody doing before we jump into the agenda? How's everybody doing? How was everyone's week? Good smile, like that, like that. Doing swell. How stuff is wrapping up, dude. That's exciting, move. I think it's sick. It's sick that y'all got your own place now. It's beast, definitely beast. The Moop Fest are gonna go hard, or is it the Moop and Tory Fest? It was fine until a bunch of dictators tried to take over my improvement chat. All right. Look, hey, that's what we got the hot takes for. You know, you can send your thoughts. Just DM me. You know, we can talk about it. Moop Fire Fest. Ooh, wait, that's fire. We'll also talk. We will be talking about the improvement channel for sure. We will be talking about it. We will be talking about it. All right, so bunch of dictators. That's wild. All right, well, we might as well just jump in. So, as y'all know, man, that music is still. I think it's a little loud. I think it on my end, it's a. So I'm gonna lower. Again, it's not supposed to be that audible. It's supposed to be like, you know, manageable, and you can hear it at like a normal volume. So I'm gonna just go with that, just so you have something in the background, so it's not just like nothing. So for those of you that don't know, this is your first time at the New England Melee Mini COD. Try and do these weekly, if I can, just because I got my Fridays open for like the next, you know, month and a half until I start school, law school. So I want to just kind of do these as you know, overview of the week, what's happened. There's always things going on in this region, always things happening. As you can see, the agenda, it's been only 1 week and somehow the agenda is still, there's like 5 new things. So Lots of stuff happening. So I guess we might as well just start with Mass Madness. Let me see if I can change my screen here. Is this? Yes. Here we go. Agenta. So true. Let's see here. Boom. I'm so ass at this game. Look, I got no problem, y'all. Say no worries. Start GG. Boom. Oh, okay, we're here. We're here. All right, cool. So, chat, we gotta start with Mass Madness. So this event was pretty cool. Not the biggest Mass Madness in the world, but you know, solid attendance. I think it had like 30 entrants. Hold on. Oh, 22. Yeah, so it was a smaller event, smaller Mass Madness for sure. I think last week when we talked about this, I mentioned that it's kind of like open season because David hadn't signed up, so it was kind of, you know, unknowns. Conflict outside of NEM for some reason. Yo, true. So, yeah, David isn't here. It wasn't the biggest, so like honestly anything could have happened. And like yeah. So, in any case, I guess we can just start with some of the bigger upsets for this tournament. Right? We had I think the biggest upset of the tournament, maybe the only one in winners. Well, actually, I guess there was Nick. You clear, Caleb. I have faith if you like tried. I could see it. I could see it. The biggest upset of the tournament has to be Isaac overall. This was wild. This was on stream too. And the thing about Isaac is after, like, honestly, this could have been an Isaac tournament win, in my opinion. Like, I think there's a world where Isaac goes on a run and wins. I think even after he beat Arn, there was in Twitch chat we were talking about a little bit, like, you know, Isaac has beaten Nick before, has beaten Tori before, notably, right? Like, there's a world where this occurs. There's nobody in this tournament that he hadn't defeated, except for. No, yeah, he's beaten everybody, so he could have won. But it's obviously a hard bracket still. Beating Arn is very impressive. Arn is like one of the best smarts I've seen at that matchup. So pretty impressive to win. I think Arn might be like slightly rusty too, perhaps. Haven't seen him at like a ton of events, but alas, we'll take the win for Kuro. And then, you know, Isaac goes to Eli, that's fine. We'll talk about Eli in a little bit. But very impressive. Isaac definitely quietly, not even quietly, just putting, you know, New England PR contention resume up. Like, what has he done this season? He's beaten Arn. Obviously, he had the great. He's just been clobbering Ben like over and over again, and he won um the tournament up in. Well, can somebody help me? It was the Canadian tournament, Montreal Summit, one of the singles events that they did for that weekend. He just like won that, and like Squid entered that. Ben, I don't remember who, but like that's a pretty big beast. Like that's a big bracket to win. So Isaac putting together a pretty good resume, I would say. Outside of that, nobody else like at the lower seeded upsets. I guess we can check out losers. Oh my gosh, the Perry emoji. This was this Chair who did this? Okay, yeah. That's tough. Game 5 to Delhi is unfortunate. Chair's definitely getting better. Oh yeah, we'll talk about Eli. So I guess in winners, the story of this tournament has to be Nick for sure. You know, I think I gotta say, you know, he's just the best Fox versus Sheik right now. Like by far, he's just like really showcasing kind of what the matchup, like just not even showcasing the matchup. We knew all the matchups were good, but it's just like showcasing how to beat Tori, like really just dismantling her. He did get reset, but like honestly, he should have won this set. For those of you that didn't watch this, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. He's just the best active Fox in New England. Bro, dog, what does he do besides beat Tori with Fox? He loses to me in the Ditto, and he doesn't beat anybody else with Fox. That's like so so offensive to Tony and I, bro. Just because he can beat Tori doesn't make him the best active Fox. Like what, bro? Nah, dude. I love Nick. What tournaments do you and Tony win? Brother, he didn't even go Fox for the majority of this event, bro. Like, over Tori, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough, but I don't think that makes him the best active Fox. He's the best active Fox against Tori. But I gotta, he just doesn't use the Fox outside of those matchups. And like he loses to me in the Ditto. He's the active Fox with the best wins. I don't even necessarily agree with that. Like he's beating Tori, but like I beat David with Fox. He hasn't beaten David with Fox. Maybe he has in the past, but I don't recall. So I don't know. I think yeah, he's beating Tori for sure, but that's not what the best active Fox mean. You're down to he's up on Tori. Fair enough. Did you talk about me yet? No, we haven't. We haven't mentioned. Were you at this event? No, you weren't. We're just talking about Mass Madness. Eddie, you're the one who always makes fun of people for going secondary Foxes and then claiming that they're like a Fox player. Like, look, he's the best active Fox against Tori. You were there? What do you mean you were there? Oh, okay. I was like, okay. So, in any case, but I won't, here, I'll pull up the clip because I gotta give credit where credit's due to Nick. My shit in P+. Here we go. For those of you that didn't see how Nick lost this set, he should have just won without losing a set, but... Oh, it was... Here it is. Yeah, that's how I personally feel, but saying it doesn't make it any less funny. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so let's check this out. So, this is a big lead. Like, honestly, this is... It's unfortunate that Nick lost this. He should have just won. But he gets this big lead. Goes up, like, at this point, it's like anything kills, right? Everything gives you an edge guard, And you get to unlock CC again, even if you lose the stock. So, it's quite good for you. And Tori takes this. How does she take this? Okay, she'll drop fair. And then, here it comes, chat. The Tori Classic. Damage shield grab? Oh my god. Oh, the weak backer. Oh, you're just dead. And here, I think... So this was close. I wasn't sure what was going to happen here. But here... First of all, let's talk about, like, just the start of this. This roll, first of all, this roll was such a Tori roll, too. Just like some Neo shit. Defense type shit. This is like what makes her the perennial or seasonal defensive player of the season. Like, basically always. Invincible down smash. Invincible feet. Fucked up. Weak, or no. Fair. And then here... Like, that was the worst side beat of all time. It also wasn't a good set. So, here, the thing is, right, like, you can live as Fox. You Shine Stall here, there's a low blast zone. So you can Shine Stall. Nick could have Shine Stalled. Even if she tries to double jump and get to him, it doesn't work. You jump all the way back and up, cover high, it's impossible to die. Yeah, because even if you get hit at 0... You don't go below the ledge out of the up B. You get your side mix up still. So you could have Shine Stalled and maybe jumped back here and up B'd like up here, or just shined. Because like Sheik just can't reach Fox with anything. You're not going to needle Fox up here. Double jump doesn't reach. Like maybe up B, but that's why you up B high. I don't know. So very unfortunate loss, but Nick keeps his groove up and just cleans up the set. I think 3-0, yeah. So, just clearly showcasing why he's the best Fox against Sheik, not only in New England, but I think he is one of the best Foxes against Sheik just honestly, that's active right now at the top 100 level. Like, obviously, you talk about your Cody, your Moki, your Sunseis or whatever, but like, I think at like the top 100 level, there's not many that do as well as he does against Sheik in general, like just across the board. And so he's not just like a, beat Tori machine, he's also just like very good against Sheik, which makes sense because the Fox was made to beat Sheik. So congrats. What's up, Tori? Congrats to Nick for winning his second Mass Madness, by the way. Pretty cool to see, obviously not the biggest one, but still decently stacked. So congrats to Nick. And then the other story, why do you go Game Watch versus Tesner? Oh, I didn't know he went Game Watch. I don't know, maybe well, when he's rusty, his Fox is like definitely work. Tori is also just a guy. This is true. And then in losers, the other story of the tournament. Well, I guess there was two. Arn made the losers runs here for sure, which was cool to see Arn do that. But Eli as well, kind of being back, really cementing himself back again. He's been going to NGP and stuff, but I think this is his first regional or like monthly in a little bit. So, beating Devin, beating Isaac, great wins, solid wins. Losing to Arn it is what it is, but really pulling through and kind of giving Max a run for his money on the best Falco right now. So, anyway, don't want to spend that much more time on Mass Madness. I kind of want to move on to the locals of the week, but, cool tournament as always. Perry, too. They ran it on Perry this time, and I hope that we continue to use the site. It's a great site, so shout out Perry. But, yeah, let us move on to next thing on the docket is locals of the week. So let's just kind of go through. Let me pull up this calendar real quick, chat. Let me pull up this correct calendar. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So Monday, we didn't have anything Monday, right? Because bumps isn't happening Monday. And then I don't think there was a Sunday bump. So I guess we start off with NGP, which got a shout out. Oh wait, no, yeah. So this was Newgate Plus. So shout out Newgate Plus. This is the third year that they've been doing it, which is awesome. It's a great event, and I believe all the proceeds Trevor project. This was this also was combined with the New England Melee kind of pride events that Brandon Brams put together. When's New Ghent Plus? New Ghent Plus is when I finally become a lawyer and pass the bar. You know what I mean? That's New Ghent Plus. But yeah, so this was kind of coming out. We were really like kind of pushing these at those pride events, so it was cool to see folks came by. I think there was a few new people, which was cool. And yeah, singles event I believe had like 40 people, 42 people. So this is always a stacked event, popular. So let's talk about it. All right, so definitely a stacked event. I tried to get people to come through, and it was cool to see like everybody came through. All the really strong Massachusetts players. So of the strongest players, obviously Tori's here, of course. Tori's always here, but Green Stash, myself, Eli, Devin, yeah, Brandon. Brandon's were down, but still. Ben, Owen's here, Ant was here, Alex was here, Noah was here in spirit as Zeldex, but whatever. And yeah, so you got like definitely pretty top heavy. See like the strongest players pull out. Gotta say, shout out to Tori for winning the event first and foremost. Like this is her. She just is the 3-time. This is her. She's won it 3 years in a row. So it's like she just. We tried to stop her and we couldn't stop her. We got her. We got close, but she just closed it out on us. So yeah, this tournament had a lot of different things going on. I guess we can start with the rounds. So for the upsets here, Jacob Duhame beating Zara Mouse is definitely an upset for sure. Shout out Jacob. We'll talk about Jacob a little later when we talk about the PR, but definitely good win. Cool to see that. And then anything else happened this round? Nico removed. Oh yeah, I played Nico. We had a set right after this. Nico's such a great Falcon player. I wish he entered more, and he said that he might come through again. So it was cool to see him around. And then Owen over Ant. I probably wouldn't have seeded it. I would have seeded Owen like definitely over over Ant, but I don't know how often. I think Ant definitely gives Owen some trouble, maybe like at times, or it's not like very one sided. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like goes back and forth. So Owen, I think this was clean. Good stuff to Owen. And then, so before we get into top eight, those are the upsets of winners, losers. What else is what's going on here? Oh yeah, so Moop had pretty good run here, pretty like quiet run into ninth here. Beat Duham. This set was wild too because I believe there was a Phantom Rest. I think Moop put the clip in sick clips. You can go check it out if you haven't. It was a Phantom Rest from Jacob. That's just how it goes, man. When you're trying to do Shine or like Shine is similar. Like it just misses sometimes at the lip. Not to say that it phantoms or whatever, but like the lip just gives people trouble, man. So you got to be careful about hitting moves that like are, I guess, circular and frame one. Just be careful, the lip just you don't want to don't trust the lip. Don't trust the Yoshi's lip. But Moop then goes on to beat Tyler Hot Peppers in Chic Puff. So good Chic Puff day for Moop. Good stuff to Moop. And what else is happening here? Oh yeah, Gambit was here. I didn't mention Gambit. Burn over Bam, solid win. And then so Alex over Ant, good stuff. Moop taking Brandon to game 3. Not easy to do, but I guess when you're when you're in a relationship with Tori, you probably just get better at these matchups. Actually, I just realized, that's probably, as a Sheik player, you're probably like Moop probably learned a thing or two. I imagine, beating ups, going game 3 with ice climbers. So, oh, it was Marth Ices. Oh, okay, well, whatever. Okay, never mind. I retract that. I didn't know you were still going Marth these days for that. Was it all Marth for that? Or was it just for that game? I see. Okay. So, and then Noah taking game off Owen with Zelda. So, she game 1. Okay. All right, fair enough. It's a hard matchup, man. Matchup. Man, Brandon's really good. So that's the upsets into top 8, and then top 8 was very interesting. So, it's Foe time. Okay, cool. Good luck. Hope you do well. We'll talk about Foe in a little bit. So let's start with losers. So Brandon over Alex. This is impressive, by the way. And Brandon didn't pop off or anything, but definitely came over to me and was like, "Wow!" Because usually Alex takes a game off Brandon at least minimum. It's not easy. Like throwing Alex in ices is not easy. So very impressive from Brandon. And then Eli, does pretty good here. Gambit into beating Owen. Not the most surprising win, I suppose. Obviously, Eli has a lot of experience. Very good against Falcon. Well, actually, no. Notably, Eli isn't that great against Falcon. He does lose. He would usually lose, or he used to lose a lot to Kale Tarchwood a lot. But I'm sure he's gotten a lot better since then. So it's a hard matchup. And then we get into winners. So these were interesting. We had 2 upsets here. We'll start with Ben. This was the set of the event, I gotta say. Ben over Tori 3-1. Doesn't even closes it. So well done to Ben. This was a long time coming. I think this was it 37 set losses? Like, this is absurd. So 37-1 now, or something like that. So congrats to Ben. Finally getting the win on deck. Great win. Ben's been killing it this season. Like, genuinely, I think it's cool to see pretty much all the Massachusetts players are getting better. Like Devin's having an amazing season. Ben's having an amazing season. Right? Of course, Alex and Noah are having great seasons. It's just really cool to see all the Massachusetts players starting to really put things together. I'm telling y'all, our state is just getting even better, man. It's getting even better. And then on the other side, I ended up beating Devin here 3-1. I was definitely proud about this because Devin won the last set. And like I said, I've just been doing very well. So cool for me to get that over him. And we go back to lose. Tori cleanly beating Brandon 3-0, and then Devin 3 over Eli. This is definitely kind of surprising, I think, especially. But I don't know. Eli, I remember, was talking about how he feels good against Devin, so this was good stuff to Devin here. And then we get into winners finals. This set was like 6 minutes. This was some like Genesis 4 Armada versus Mango. This is bad. This is definitely bad for me. I got absolutely destroyed. But I'll be back for you. I'll be back, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to get my run back on you, dog. He definitely definitely said that my win on him at Vacation Land was fraudulent and then wrecked me. So, all respect to Ben. Fair enough. And then losers semis, Tori beating Devin, not that surprising, but I think Devin kept it competitive and then played me. Oh, I almost had the reverse 3-0. Tragic losing this, and then Tori just kind of cleans up, kind of destroys Ben. Not even really that close at all. So, and wins her third NG. So, well done to Tori, and well done to the TOs. Not an easy event to TO. Again, it's a big weekly. Like, this is 40 people in this venue for just a random Tuesday. So, well done to Aaron. Well done to Dan. Well done to, I think Byrne helped with the seeding. The 3P, yeah, congrats. So, good stuff to everybody involved. New Game Plus is so sick. It's so sick, so. Alright, so, moving on to Wednesday. There was no B-dubs, so we gotta talk about 1-Up. Let's talk about 1-Up. Oh no, this is... Where's TJ been? Dude, I don't know. I'm not sure. I hope he comes back. What's it? Oh, what's it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know where he's been. Alright, so about 1-Up. So, 1-Up unfortunately got hit. A couple events got hit with this, but the heat wave, y'all, in Massachusetts especially, has been absurd. I'm sure all over New England. I'm sure everywhere in New England. I'm sure everybody's feeling it. But the heat wave definitely affects some of the tournaments. So this was a smaller 1-Up, but I wouldn't really gauge it off of anything that it's just the heat wave, to be honest. So, no hog to the heat wave. Yeah, exactly right. So, we'll see how Fotai goes today. But yeah, so definitely hit by the heat wave. But Alex cleans up here. Game 5 with Brandon. Game 5 with Rexa. But cleans up nonetheless. And then I guess the upset here is Guitar Lord over Rexa. This is impressive. This is impressive, especially because I believe they played. I don't know. I think Guitar Lord maybe has asked, but definitely a good upset. So I think so. This is DK against probably Marth. So not a bad matchup either. So watch out for Guitar Lord. Definitely a solid DK getting better. And yeah, so that was 1-Up. No hog, like Eddie said, due to the heat wave, but there was Melee at Retro Nights. On Thursday. This is the other Thursday event. So this had 12 people. And this is a cool event. It's like kind of like literally stacked. What's up? Yo, what's up, Max? How you doing? Love to see DK. Hell yeah, dog. Good to see you, homie. So this is a little stacked. It had like basically 1, 2, 3, 4 mass PR players randomly. That's like a third of the bracket. So cool to see that at Retro Nights. And this is especially cool because Cool Slice, I feel like he hasn't been going to many events. Alex is just like, he's so good, but you just don't see him really at some of the bigger events. And so I think it's because living in Worcester, it's hard to gauge like where he's at in terms of this whole like Massachusetts improving. But as you can see, like he's still the fucking demon, just destroys Luigi players on the reg for sure. I would like to see him against Ben. I might have to go check out these replays too. Ben would have been interesting, especially because he had just like had he's having like a great run of tournaments right now. But Ben loses to Devin notably here twice, and so that's cool for Devin. Good wins, definitely keeping the like I said. I think Devin's on like right now low key number 2 mass. I could definitely see the argument. Like Devin's really kind of killing it right now and doing very well. So really kind of showing off like, okay, Ben, I know you're on a kind of a heater right now at tournaments, but I'm the best Luigi or whatever, right? And then I guess the other notable set here, actually, there's a couple here. So Ben does go game 5 with Owen. I want to see Owen close one of these out. It's always so close, but alas, wasn't able to do it this time. But we did see Kiki over Burn. Impressive win for sure. Burn's obviously a great player. Like, has been getting some awesome wins, beating like Yifu and I'm trying to think of some of her other good wins. Babs, right? Like solid wins in that kind of tier players, right? And I wouldn't say Jake is like that far off from those players. So cool to see that, Jake doesn't really enter much, but it was cool to see him come around and beat Burn. So it's up to Jake. Also, y'all, this is about the time to say, like, if you have hot takes or anything, right? Please DM me the hot takes. You got to throw it as a voice audio message, and then we'll play it later in the stream. So, yeah. All right. So that was Retro Night. School Size closes it, showing off that, like, no matter what's happening in Mass, I'm still gonna stun the Luigi. So, well done to Alex. And then I guess Bowtie is the tournament. Obviously, hasn't happened today. Was there a Prodigy today? No, there isn't. Okay. So yeah, Bowtie. I guess we can pull that up. All right, what about the entrance? Okay, 10 people here. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, David's here. Tori's here on her Smurf. Okay. Moop, Jet. Okay, okay. Not like super stacked. Owen's not here. Deli's not here. Maybe Deli is here, but hasn't entered yet. Mint, or so Moop is here though. So I would like to see Moop. I want to see how Moop does against David. Probably hard, but you're not. You're not entering. Is this not you, or what? Oh! You're DQ. It is hot out. Yeah, every tournament's kind of being affected by this week. It's tough out here. But yeah, this should be cool to see. I guess David probably will clean up, but I guess there's sets down here that are interesting. Bucks against Moop could be interesting, maybe. Salad, I don't know about. Falco player, maybe. Sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. So, I guess keep an eye out on Bowtie. All right. With that being said, I guess we can go on to the next agenda item. That's it for the locals. Let's see if I can move scenes here. Boom. Gotta fix the camera. Hold on, chat. All right. So, those are the locals. Pretty cool. Oh, the hot dog contest. Okay, wait. I do have to pull that up. Let me change screens for that. There we go. All right. So. Where is it? Is it not here? First, New England Melee. Oh, it's the first annual. Okay, here we go. All right. So the first annual New England Melee hot dog eating contest. Definitely a mouthful of a tournament title, but it's happening. It's happening. Got to give a lot of credit, like pretty much all the credit to the folks behind this. So Ellie and Deli, really putting it together. Ellie Awkward and Deli. What I just joined into? What's up, Eric? Dude, check this out. You might want to go to this tournament, bro. So this Sunday is the first annual hot dog eating contest. All right, bro. Also, there is a melee bracket too, in addition. But if you're, you might be interested in this. So let me do. I can fix. Boom. Here you can see the hot dog in its glory. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting event. I think it's really cool that this is actually happening. I remember Ellie talking about wanting to do this, and there was definitely some back and forth about how many hot dogs people could eat. Oh, what's up, Brandon? So this is cool, and it's pretty stacked. There's 32 people coming through that are participating. I want to see who's in this hot dog. Who's actually in the contest? 18 people. Oh my god. Wait. Yo, there's rounds. Is this gonna be like some? Is this gonna be Swiss? Yo, what's happening with the hot dog? Is there a Swiss bracket? Yo, what's the tiebreaker? Yo, round robins for the hot dog eating contest. It's gonna go hard. I'm pulling up, but I don't know if I will be there. Unfortunately, I think I can only make the singles bracket. Like I got work that day, but damn, this is gonna be definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. And then there is also the popsicle eating contest, which yeah, not as many people, but Hot Peppers told me that he thinks he could eat. It was like 15 of them in half an hour or some shit, and I bet him $50. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna do it here or later. I'm not quite sure what's happening with this. It's definitely not the like main event, but yeah. And then there is of course teams and singles. So the singles event, just like a normal event, it will be people who have just eaten hot dogs. So we'll see how this goes, but it should be a good time. Pretty stacked. You got your David here, Devin's here, but on the Smurf, Brand's Smurf, Isaac's here, Ember's. I'm here. See Oshrin, Moop. So some solid players. Should be a pretty interesting event. But more so, I just think it's cool that this is like a fun Independence Day weekend thing that they're doing. So shout out to Aqua, shout out to Deli. Not an easy event to pull off, especially because you buy all the stuff for it, right? So I don't know how they're even going to do the contest. Does it even say here? First to 10 free for all event. Really finish 10 hot dogs. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know. If I'm pulling up, I'm just here to eat some. I'm just here to eat some dogs. Like I don't know. I'm here to eat some dogs and win melee singles. That's all. That's all I'm worried about. But much respect to the people who are doing that. Much respect. All right. So that is event for the weekend. I don't think there's any other events happening. Let me check the calendar real quick. Yeah, no. So that's pretty much the only thing happening on Sunday. So check this out. You can still register if you're interested. There's a whole channel for it in the server. So go check it out if you are fiending to participate. All right. So with that, I think we can move on to the rest of the agenda. All right. So that brings us to the Rhode Island PR chat. The Rhode Island PR finally got released. I know that there's been some discussion over the power rankings. The New England power rankings taking a little bit. I get it. Look, I can just say it is coming. We are so close. Like, just be a little bit more patient. We're gonna do a podcast again, just like last time. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be a good time. But the Rhode Island PR was released. This can keep you satiated a little bit, until then. Let me see if I can move. All right. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's pull this up if I can. Let me see. I don't feel satiated. What's up, Rudy? How you doing, bro? Let me. There we go. All right, yeah. So this is the PR in all its glory. Shout out, big shout outs. Just kicking notes up. Yeah, let's go with that one. Big shout outs to Isaac Crow for this. Put it all together. I think it came out so good. One of my favorite ones I've seen. This round of graphics has just been like so impressive to see from folks. It's just like you can just see that the creativity is there, and they give some of our local artists a little bit of cash. Gets their creative juices going, get to market them a little bit across the region. So really cool to see that. Yeah, number one, dead stock. I think this is pretty obvious. Casey's just killed it, absolutely killed it, and also is. I don't know if this was intentional, it probably was. Like the reason, but like it's just the reason behind the graphic in and of itself. Ace Attorney. Right now Casey's been inactive because he is studying for the bar, how to become a lawyer. He just graduated from Roger Williams, so he's on the grind. He's gonna be our local attorney. So shout out to Casey, number one. And then number two, big. The other thing about Casey is this is him continuing his reign as the number one, which actually, believe it or not, does not usually happen in Ireland. The last few seasons, they've been kind of jumping through a lot of players. So, Boiler Guy was before Casey, and then before Boiler Guy, it was JC, and before JC, it was Bank, and before that, it was Gwex, and that was 3 years ago now. The last time, or like 2.5, 3 years ago, last time that like somebody repeated, and that was Brenner. So Oz was also a local lawyer. Yeah, yeah, and then also Donnie P is also from Rhode Island, and he is also studying for the bar right now. So yeah, JC, my beloved, I miss this guy. So yeah, and before Gwex, it was Rhodes Joy Boy would run the show down here, but we haven't seen in a couple of years now a player kind of repeat number one. So I added this next week already. So Casey could go on a three-peat potentially, or his inactivity might hurt him, but also he's studying for the bar, so it's not a big deal. So congrats to him, and then of course number two, big shout outs to Brandon Brams, who my best friend in the whole wide world. And it's just so funny that like 5 months ago at Sunset, I had to convince her that like this is not that she just should not quit. It's just like, doc, like Brandon was convinced that there was nothing in Melee for her, that like everything that that was not worth it. It was not and I know Brandon's watching. I know I'm kind of digging in here because like I'm just because how much I care. But she was just convinced that nothing could occur, that there was nothing that could come out of Melee, and I had to fucking convince her otherwise. And boom, just gets number two in Rhode Island just like that. Absolutely the best that she's ever been. Also was number one in votes for like who's gonna have a pop off this year from the New England PR players in that survey. So it was really cool to see that. And just kills it. Obviously, he plays Ice Climbers, but also has a Sheik. Pulls out the Sheik for like notably for Samus, like Ardlin, for example, but also for Stacey's stepdad, who she just beat for the first time at B-Dubs like a week ago. So just big shout outs. Like, I'm super proud of you, homie. Good shit for doing this, seriously. And then the rest of the PR is pretty kind of sensible, reasonable for your Rhode Island regulars, right? You got Ardlin number 3, Dad's Akimbo, Drew number 4, Tarkus. People don't know Tarkus, but he's a Fox player from Island. Usually just hits up 1-up, but pretty solid, And yeah, pretty cool to see. Let me see if I can. This music is not hitting right now. Hold on. Yeah, hyped to see. Wait, has Tarkus like been on the PR before? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, Tarkus is a beast. Tarkus is a beast. Jacob Duham, if that even is your real name, moves up 1 spot from his number 7. So big shout outs to Jacob. Funny story about Jacob, real quick, chat. So I'm going to Roger Williams, right? And so I had to get like stuff figured out for my email. So I call the IT desk, all right? And they don't pick up. Guess who I got a call back from? The one and only Jacob Duham. He calls me back. He's like, "Yo, Gent." he's like, it's Jacob. I was like, I was blown away, but I was reminded that Jacob had mentioned to me like a couple like at Providence Pride that might happen. If I call the IT desk, like he's probably gonna pick up. So it was really funny to see that. Shouts to him. Congrats to you. Big grinder. I think um just like a student of the right kind of puff play, I think. Like, if you're watching like if I watch Tommy, I'm thinking of he's playing puff, I think, the right way and doing things that like a lot of puffs probably wouldn't be doing or that are scared to do. Jacob is very similar, like really tries to push puff in the right way, so it's cool to see that he's doing that. Going Kiva with Zaire at Hog right before Zaire beat Glock is wild. Was that who did that? Was that Jacob? Or was that Tarkus? Or what? Oh, okay. Hey, whoa, what's up, Motherbook? So, just a big homie. Good shit. And is also actually sadly moving out of Rhode Island. Rhode Island is so Jacob is going, I think, he's going to Northeastern for his Masters. I don't think that's a big leak. So he's gonna be a Mass player. And so we're kind of swapping places. I'm coming down there. So yeah, Tachinde, another Rhode Island Classic player, Ching, a newer Puff player for sure. Just like mostly an online player, like net play Demon, but has been qualifying for like Star League and played in Star League a lot. And I believe she/her pronoun. She's a beast, and has gone to a few GGRIs, done pretty well at them. I think I actually picked Cha-Ching in the podcast as well for Stock Riser, I want to say. So it's, my stock, there, you know what I'm saying? I also picked Lottie. Lottie's going up. So come on. You want to be on the Get team. That's all I'm saying. Not Now, I will say Nick's team has kind of crushed me the last 2 seasons. But the thing is, I got diamond hands, all right? As long as if I just hold, we get there, all right? We get there. So anyway, congrats to Cha-Ching. Tryhog back on the PR, was on the PR a couple seasons ago, then went inactive a little bit. Cool to see him back again. And then Zip Zip, a perennial, basically Rhode Island PR player at this point. Cool to see him back, and Chef Big Dog at the honorable mention. And again, shout out to Kuro. So very, very, very cool PR. All right. Let's move on to the next agenda item. All right. Caleb, thank you for the follow. Blomier, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. All right. So, we get into our second to last thing here, which is the improvement channel. All right. I wanted to just talk about this briefly, okay? Because it's been, I was trying to think about like what's been happening this week, and this is like I wouldn't mention the improvement channel really probably on the actual podcast, but like this is a chance to talk about like smaller stuff that like people care about. What's up, Vern? So I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about this change, okay? Because it was a change that I recommend team, the moderation team, okay? But kind of we were all agree, we were all page about it. But basically, I kind of wanted to take a chance just to kind of give my case for the change a little bit, just to kind of explain like what it is. So personally, like I have no problem with people saying I am so ass at this game. Really, like it's not really a big deal for me, or it wasn't really a big deal for me in the improvement channel either. Like it's not that big of a deal, but I just know that I've heard from other folks that like get frustrated with it being in the same and only place in the server where people can go ask for help, right? So it's like if someone wants to ask for help, seeing something like I'm so asked this game, especially if it's someone that they lose to, right? If it's a weaker player that's asking for help and they see that from a stronger player, they might feel like either less likely to go in the chat, or feel like that just like get in one way or another frustrated, right, by that. And I think that like I have no problem with people saying stuff like that, and I think there's a way to do it. But like that's why I always recommend people to have like a journal, right, or notes, or like a server, like a Discord server, to do that kind of stuff, or like a smaller friend group where you do that kind of stuff and just like vent about stuff like that. But like doing it in the same channel and only channel where someone can like ask for help, because it's not like the server has like Fox matchup, Falco matchup, like help with tech skill channel. Like that doesn't happen. Right? That's where the like the other servers are for. But the doing a melee server doesn't have that, right? And so I figured like, okay, we can separate the channels and folks can have a place to vent to other people, because like I know that people have talked about this before. Burn also Burns here. So Burn knows about like discussions like this where we've had discussions about like whether there's value in saying it. And I think there is value. So that's why it's like banning it or whatever probably like wouldn't really be a vibe. I wouldn't agree with that. But I think that dude, this music is like way too hype. We got this music is way too hype. Why can't Hollow Knight? You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna I'm gonna move playlists here because uh some oh, you weren't hearing the music? Yeah, it's very low. Discovering improvement chat while fighting your greatest bug demon. That's that's what I'm saying. Wait, what is hold on. Before I continue, I just wanted to what's like that other platformer? I'm trying to think of the platformer that has the wave. What is that? Celeste. Okay, yes. The Celeste playlist is fire. Alright. Word. Yeah. Alright. You're so damn Sith? Bro, what? Are we What's wrong with Celeste? Come on. What? Look, really I'm just a Cody fan. Because he grinds this playlist on Come on. Alright. Okay. As I was saying though, right? The point what I'm trying to get at is that like there's a place to do it, and I think that if we were to ban it, that wouldn't be helpful. Like I want people to feel like they can find other people to vent to and talk about salt and stuff like that. Like I think that there is value. Oh, forgetting the name of Celeste is very cis coded. Alright. Alright. Whatever. That is loud. Hold on. Doesn't play video games? Look, I just play Melee. That's all I need. So, um, yeah, so like I think that we need a space to do it, right? And that makes sense to me. But it's like if you're forcing other people to also see it, at that point it's just like I don't know. It's like you're taking the same. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I'm not gonna name any names, but it's the same 10 people that be saying that and like react to each other. And that's fine. But it's like you're holding the channel hostage for other people that want to use the channel in other means, right? And like this is just like why we have separate channels for it. In the Fox Court, for have like a venting channel, right? But it's not the same place where like you go to grind and like ask for actual assistance. Like it's so that people can like hide that and like not look at it whenever they want to, right? So that was kind of the intention. And like I don't understand why people are so like they just like want to find the okay. I gotta say, much respect to the folks that I think it was Lottie who changed her name. I gotta say that's respect. That's creative. Okay, that's like a way definitely to like get around it. But it's like I don't know. At some point, it's just like let people use the channel in like productive ways. I think this is a big wall of text. I'll be more inclined to agree, but it's usually one line with 10 handshake reacts, and then maybe someone else posts it too. I don't. It's not even about it being spammed. It's mostly. Hold on, wait. Let me open it. Well, yeah, true. Also, it is. There are people that. But also, look. Okay. Look. Well, the point is this, right? What I'm trying to get at is it's not even about taking over. It's actually just about it pushes people away from using it. And maybe it's not a lot of people, but I can just say myself that I have heard several people that don't use the channel anymore because of this. And it's like, at what point are we like holding people hostage over just using the channel? It's like, I don't know why it has to be said in improvement. I just don't understand why it needs to be said there. Like, we can just have another channel where people use it, and like then you can vent to each other and people can feel the solidarity, but like just don't hold people hostage. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying. And I just don't think I just don't think it's really an issue to do it that way. I just don't know why we need to like be holding other people hostage, basically. So that's all I'm saying. And maybe that's a little aggressive. It's just like, I just know people that don't use the channel anymore, and that kind of that just sucks. Like, it just sucks. So I'm not saying don't say it. It's just like, say it in a different area. Just like when we tell people, like, it's just like venting in general, right? You don't like vent to a stranger, right? You vent to your good friend, you vent to your journal, but it's like, that's for a reason, right? It's just like some people don't want to deal with it, you know? They're here to just like get help with Melee. And they like want to see that stuff when they want to. Someone can go open up the Salt and Venting channel and see that when they want to see Salt and Venting, right? It's like, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like, some people don't use the channel, and that just kind of, I just think that sucks to see that. So that's my case. That is my case, okay? That's my case for it. It's my position. We're not going to tell people to not change. Like, I'm not going to be a fucking dictator over that shit. Like, it's not even, that's stupid. I'm not going to do all that. But, like, at some point, what are we doing? Just like, just do it in the other channel. That's it. That's it. All right, let's read some of this stuff. So, make a third channel called Actual Improvement. I was thinking about that. It's like, is there a way? Is it because it's called Improvement? Like, is there just something about it being called that? I don't know. Like, what is the issue? Is it? We can just call y'all can. That's why there was like a little like a 24-hour period where like we were just like, okay, I guess if people are going to use improvement, like the Salt and Venting can be used for actual improvement. But like at the same time, that's not very productive to new people who join the server who don't know what the channels are about. Like that's just very confusing, right? So it's like, is it because it's called improvement? Like, okay, we can do that, but like, it's like, I don't know, why are we? It's like, it's just so stupid. Like, we're all adults, y'all. Like, we can be like, we can just respect other adults for wanting something, and we can just separate it because it's like, it's just like reasonable to do it that way. I don't know. So let me read the rest of this stuff. So, if I was someone who got watched by somebody on a regular basis and they were constantly trash recording, it would feel bad. So that is true, but it's just like, I think it's specifically the fact that it is public space where it's the only space where people are being encouraged to ask for actual help with the game. I have no issue with people going into their own journal or their own group chats or, Salt and Venting channel and talking about it. That's like totally fine to do that. It's your choice to go open the channel to do that. But are you going to really blame me for opening it? It's like, that's the only channel I can go to ask for help. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? So that's the specific part about it. Only I should be allowed to say it. If you don't go 0-2 week, you're banned from saying it. Yeah, low-key true. I mean, everyone is eternally asked this game. True. I do think, obviously, but like at the same time, some people just don't want to hear that. Like, that's, everyone should just start working out their ass. I don't think the channel name matters. How's the term tied to improvement? Yeah, I don't know. I think the bit was just funny enough when it was really new, then that's what people tried to do. I think things will settle down. Unfortunately, Gent trolling you is incredibly entertaining. Gent gamers are mentally stunted. Do you know this? I don't actually care where I do it, but I do like the shared space where I can say that with no judgment. That's totally fine. That's totally valid. That is why like I wasn't gonna ban it. Like, because I get it. Like, I understand. It's just like, I just don't think it should be in the same and only place where people can ask for help. And like, it's just like, are we gonna tell people to just like, don't go into improvement chat? It's like, or if you go into improvement chat and you see these same 5 names, don't read anything. It's like that. Now it's just like getting a little ridiculous at that point. It's not even me getting trolled. Like, it's like, I don't even care. Like, it's not even that serious for me personally. It's just like when multiple people have come forward to me telling me that they don't want to use the channel and are like just less active there. what am I supposed to do as a moderator when I hear that? Like, it just kind of sucks. Not forget the moderator. I'm just as a community member, right? That uses the server. Just like, that's just like not a vibe. It's just not, you know. So that's my case. That is my case for it. We're not gonna force people to change their names. There's no way for us to. What's good, Gent? Yo, what's up, dude? What's up, Dan? Most of those names do most improve. Totally fair. And like, I think that there is, you know, of course, the channel is being. It's not just I am so ass at this game, right? Like, the same people that say that do are very productive. But it's like, it's just hard for a community member that isn't in the know about the vibes or the culture and seeing that and thinking like, well, I didn't want to see that today. Like, why did I have to see that? You know what I mean? So I just think so. That's my case. You know, again, we're not going to force people to change their names. There's nothing more we can do at this point. You know, I hope people kind of get it, but you know, I know some people just will not change. So, like, Lottie seems committed. As much as I love Lottie seems committed. Eddie definitely seems committed. It's just like, so I don't know. And the other thing is, that I'm not going to be involved in this kind of moderating way really at all. Like when law school begins for me, so I'm just like, I won't be as involved talking about this stuff. But I'm just kind of saying this now that I'm seeing it. It's just like, I don't know. I think it's a relevant thing. And I just don't like people like feeling like they need to stray away from a channel. I don't know. It's not a vibe. It's successful meme for new community members to get inserted into the vibe if they're interested in that. Sure, but it's just like, just do it elsewhere. It's like, I just think do it in a different channel where people can like, if someone vibes with the Salt and the Venting, they can open Salt and Venting, see it, and be like, oh yeah, I'm so ass at this game. I'm just gonna do this now. You know? What is Porp doing to his students? Both Owen and Luddy are locked into this Astros thing. I don't know. I think it's. I don't think Porp is definitely. Porp said that he mutes the channel. You know what I mean? This is the plot of Whiplash. Yo, what's up, Jacob? So, I don't know. This is just kind of my thoughts on it. I hope things settle down and you'll feel comfortable to use the channel in general. It's not like it's the biggest deal in the world. Like, if it was that serious, we would be like banning people and shit. It's not that serious, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't like the vibes that some people get from it, and I just don't want it to be the only place that people can do that kind of stuff. So, all right. So that is the last. We're about to hit an hour, so I want to talk about the only other thing that we have is the hot takes. So, do people have hot takes? I got one message from Beckvin. So we're gonna play that. All right, chat. I don't know if this is a hot take. It might just be a meme, but we'll play it. So let's lock this in. Hold up, let me pull this up.
Hey, I'm walking in.
Oh, that was loud. That was loud. I'm sorry. That was loud. I'm sorry. Yo, my B, my. Hey. All right. Let's play.
Hey, it's me. Hey, I'm walking in. Hey, it's me, Beckfin. I'm calling into the NEM mini pod episode 3. Hey, where's the PR Electro Man? Hey, I know it's not your responsibility. Hey, I'm walking here. Where's the PR Electro Man? Also, hey, what's up, Glock? How you been, man? Still got that Toyota? And I'm
He's not
walking
even
here.
here.
Where's the power ranking for New England Melee winner? Get off my lawn. It's winter 2025. Where's the PR? I'm walking in.
Look, okay, it's coming. Okay, this is your chance to get Regex on. Look, okay, thank you, Kevin. Nick is not here. He does not. He does not do the mini pod. But look, it's coming, okay? I'm telling y'all, it's coming. All right. The podcast we're gonna do a live reveal very soon. I'm not gonna say any dates because I don't want to rush people. You know what I mean? I don't want to give people the date and then be there and be like, sorry guys, it's not happening. But we're so close. Like, it's coming. That's all I can say. We're so close. And it'll be I think people will really enjoy it. People will really enjoy it. So does anybody else have a hot take? Like, we have, and I'll give y'all like 2 minutes. to send a hot take over. If somebody wants to send an audio message about anything we talked about or whatever. Wait. PR seasons are too long. That's definitely a hot take. I think I don't know. It's like I like 6 seasons or I like 6 months because it's like the perfect place of like not of like people feeling good about their results. Like, okay, first of all, PRs alone take like a month to work. Think about that, right? It's like you got to get all the states together. Then you got to get like that alone is like a month plus long process. You could be quick about it and it's still going to take about. And like to say that like 2 months later the season ends and people start talking about the ranking, it's like very soon. People, it's just hard for people to enjoy their rank and like really and people like yeah enjoy it and like feel good about it and just at the end of the day it is kind of an award, right? Feel good about the award when like in a couple weeks they're gonna be talking about the next PR because like the season's about to be over. You know what I mean? So that's like one thing I don't like about shorter seasons. The other thing is just like I just think 6 months gives you a decent evaluation of what's happening in the season, particularly because there's some 3 month period where there's some like 3 month periods throughout the season or the year when like it's not as active, right? And so it's like when that happens, those seasons are going to kind of blow. Whereas with 6 months, it's very unlikely that's like you're still going to have, you know, 50 to 100 events probably somewhere in that range, if not more. And so that's why I like it gives you a better evaluation. There's like a lot of things happening still. So those are the main reasons I think. I yeah. So that's my take. I really don't like the only other case I have to compare this to is New England Ultimate, which does 3 month. They do it in quarters, and like I hate that shit. It's how is it possible that like it seems like every 2 months I see an ultimate player talking about the PR. It's just like how is that possible? How is it that I just saw the PR graphic and we're just talking about next? It just feels so like odd. Like it's just like okay, like what does it even mean? Who even cares about this player who just got number 5 because we're talking about like oh they're like number 12 now. You know what I mean? It's like I just don't like that. Now I will say this season specifically because it took a while, it's going to have that effect because in 3 months, 2 months, we're going to start talking about the PR for this season. But my defense is just that there's a transitionary period. We lost the folks that did the PR, um, and like we got a bunch of new staff members across the region that are doing stuff. It's going to take a transition period. I can guarantee y'all it'll be way faster and cleaner next season. All right. So that's my take there. Okay, Motoba, we have something from you. I think this might be our last one because I don't want to go over an hour. So this might be the last one. Burn, if you want to send something, you can. The snapshot of the region skill, but like some people get minimum really disappear. It's a preference, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where I would. I mean, yeah, it depends on the panelists, right? If some panelists are going to value 6 the minimum, they don't care about more than that. Some people are going to value more. I don't know. Quarterly, just I don't know. It's just like not a. I don't know. It's just like a weird vibe. It gives off it's just like I don't know. People can't really enjoy the award, and like I said, it's just like sometimes there's inactive periods of 2 or 3 months, and it just makes it hard to gauge. So I don't know. It's like randomly somebody could have like a decent month, and like that's just gonna propel them in the PR. When it's like, are they? It's just I don't know. That's in a 6 month period. That's less likely to happen. You have to like really kind of show off your stuff throughout the season. So those are my thoughts on that. But Motobug makes it easier to take breaks. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's the other thing about 3 month periods is the other thing is it kind of the way that we've done our periods is that they also work around the students, right? So like you'll notice it's not like January to June, obviously, right? It's like there is the winter, and like is half of that like students can enter, but the other half like they're finishing their finals, so they can't really enter. And then there's the summer where like most students are going to be active. So it's like it kind of works around that too. It's like if you break it up into quarters, you're probably going to get a lot of students to be inactive randomly throughout those seasons, and it's going to change, fluctuate like a lot more. Which I guess some people might value that. I don't really like it fluctuating that much because for reasons that are like external, I would much rather it fluctuate due to actual like skill, which 6-month periods are probably going to showcase more. So those are my takes. But yeah, I mean, at some point maybe we can have that discussion on the pod. Again said no fluxes. Dog, nah. All right, Motorbug. Let's see what you got.
Hey, I'm walking in. Why the hell we've not fixed the fucking game yet, bro?
Oh my
Like,
god.
nobody fucking parading ADT shields or one frame of one run break fucking inactability or stupid phantom hits like the ones that shouldn't even count. Nobody thinks that shit is like skill expression, bro. Why don't we just fix it? We have the codes to fix all of it. Why don't we just do it and make the game better and more expressive? That would be awesome. Thanks.
Okay, so I think that there are stuff I would agree to fix for sure. Like Motorbug, I know it's talked about this before. I would agree to fix some stuff for sure. I just don't know. It's hard because like the Phantom hits, I can see the really weird ones, but it's like the Running Shine one. It's supposed to be. I think it should be a hard, like or not hard, but it should be like. But I don't know. Maybe I guess like if it is, if I don't know, you could argue that like it. I don't know. I think if a Fox player gets the frame perfect one, they should have a better result, and that's what happens right now. You know, even if it is harder. Now, it does suck that you miss it sometimes, but like that's why you err on the side where it's either frame perfect, like a really good one, or like kind of a bad one, and like you just kind of hope that your timings go between. You caught by the frame trying to run down B. Okay, it's RG because of polling. Okay, if it's RG because of polling, then I can see that. I can be down for that. If it's RG because of polling, I can see that. So as long as it doesn't actually change the game that much, that's the big thing. It's like just don't change the game. Make it still regularly hard. If it's stuff like if it's controller dependent, I'm big on changing for sure. All right, and then Burn, you'll be our last person. Oh, this is a minute. Okay, here we go.
Hey, I'm calling in the New England Melee podcast. Hey, I think, hey, Burn here. My hot take, genuinely believe this. I think saying that people saying that they're so ass at this game hurts you and makes you feel bad, and that's why people shouldn't do it, is shielding your ego and nothing more. I think, sorry, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with that if you care about getting good at this game at all, because you're gonna lose and it's gonna suck and you're gonna get beat really bad. And trying to avoid that is just not gonna happen. So I think if and people clearly are not doing this maliciously to target you. At least I know I feel that way, and I'm sure other people do too. So it just doesn't seem productive to me. And if you really care about your feelings that much, then like why are you playing a competitive game? And if you're playing it for fun, then why do you care what other people think about how they view themselves? You should just play the game for fun.
So I think it's just like people don't want to be forced to see it all the time. I think that's the big thing. It's just like if it's separated into a different channel, it allows people to whenever they want to dive into their feels, they can go check it out. But it's just like I think people don't want to see it on the reg for the same reason people don't want to like get vented to by a stranger on the it's just like not it's like people don't want to hear that. You know, it's just like sometimes it's like people it just affects them personally. And I think that like I think also it's just some people might have had bad interactions in the past with some people doing that kind of stuff. And I think it's just like it's not always easy to hear other people doing that if they've had like bad experiences with it in the past from others. So I understand it's not malicious, but like it's just it can come off that way. That's the one thing. It's just like if other people have been doing it to them in the past, or if they've heard that, I can see why people can take it that way. So I don't know. I also think like I think you can avoid it. Like I mean, if you wanted to, right? You can not join. Like for example, the venting channel in Foxcore. Not everybody uses the channel. Some people might not want to use it for whatever reason, and that's totally fine. Like we're not forcing people to use it, right? And I think it's like we're not telling people that you have to deal with our venting. You know what I mean? It's like I think yes, it's a competitive game. Yes, losing sucks, but I think that there's like productive ways to lose. It's like there's ways that people might not be comfortable hearing. There's just ways people like I don't know. It's like you lose, but like not everybody's comfortable with the verbiage. Like I think it is a problem with melee. Like actually, not just melee. It's like competitiveness in general. It's like some people just use certain words to describe their feelings, and like not everybody feels that way or feel the same way. And like that's just like why you have a journal or why you have like your really close friends or whatever, because that might feel the same way, And so it's just I don't know. So also, there is just emotional attachment in general to your wins and losses, and like some people just like want to get help on their ledge dashes. They don't want to deal with their emotions right then and there, or be forced to. Right? They can when they want to choose to do that, they can do that. However, they feel that's the idea. Right? Okay, let me read some of this stuff. So yeah, separate channels productive. Okay, yep. Gotta post more ass and you'll do better. It's clearly the secret. You're saying that it would never enter the conversation. Yeah. Like it does spill for sure. It does spill. I think it's just kind of like if I think if you're one of these people that doesn't like it, you're probably thinking like, okay, what's the point of me opening improvement channel when like the chances of it being an ass, like someone saying that they're ass, is it's just high. It's just really high at the moment, right? Or in the last couple weeks. The vibes need to be protected. Yes. I think this is like under the concept it's not being forced on someone. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the dark woke secret is that losing is so sick. I'd post my ass on Twitter if I got a good upset NGP. I can't even lie. That's wild. um, hey, whoa. What's up, Electroman? What's up? What's up? I also think saying it doesn't create a wall of text is kind of disingenuous when it doesn't take up so many messages in a row within that channel. It doesn't always take up. Right now, it is. It's funny that right now, as we speak, it is, but it's not always like that. I'll give it that. And I do think that the pings, like now, people just love to spam the pings, which is like also not helping. But not usually like that. It's not usually like that. But even if it's just like if you're reading 10 messages and you see like one, it can ruin the vibe. I think, and that's the only thing. That's like if you, it's just like there's a place to do it, you know, go do it there, right? That's kind of my perspective, and I like it being, I like having it in doing a melee so that like people like there's other people that they can be comfortable around talking about this stuff. Because like the other thing is that if there's a stranger that opens the channel and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like I didn't know that Burn, regularly talked about, her perspectives and like feelings about this kind of stuff. Maybe now I can like reach out to Burn if I also feel like I'm struggling, or like if I'm at a tournament and I feel bad. Like Burn seems like someone I could go talk. Like that is a cool element of having it. It's just when it's mixed with everything else, it becomes harder. That's all. In any case, I think we've reached the end, y'all. Appreciate all the takes. I think we hit a little bit over an hour, but that's fine. It's fine. We're talking about cool stuff, talking about fun stuff. So appreciate all the support. The followers, thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'll have these up on the. I think the episode from last week is saved, so hopefully I can get that up. But yeah, we will raid somebody in the meantime. So let us do that. Let me pull that up. All right. Salt's doing the random challenge. Okay, we could do, or not Salt. Zane. I saw Salt. Salt is right under my follow list. So, any New Englander? All right. We'll do Salt. Let's do Salt. 46 viewers right now, and she's playing Johnny in a first to 50. Wait, that's hype. Hold on, chat. Okay, we're definitely rating Salt. We're definitely rating her. Pog, absolutely Pog. Oh, the other thing I'll mention, Dan, is it is also a lot of work to do the PRs. Like I've seen the ultimate PRs, the quarterly ones. Like randomly, they'll just like forget to post it or forget, and it'll be like late. I've seen that like a few times, and like it's already a lot of work to do for volunteers. I think having them do it like 200% more a year is a lot more. So that's the other part about bi-quarterly, in addition to the other stuff I was talking about. But it's an interesting conversation, and maybe we can have it as a topic at some point on the mini pod. All right, let's raid Salt here. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate all the support. Unenjoyed rain? Oh no. All right, we're raiding. Boom.